I'd like to introduce
Mr. John Merrick.
Do you have anything there?
He says the deformity which he is now exhibiting was caused by his mother being frightened by an elephant.
It's basically his life under the care of Treves, and just Treves introducing him to society, and I guess Merrick finding himself, and we all are able to bring like our stories into this show. There's one scene in the show where Treves is putting Merrick on display, and you know, Merrick is just surrounded by all these doctors and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And these are stories I remember my mom telling me about when I was younger. Okay. Just how doctors would put her on parade.
The back was horrible, because from it hung down, as far down as the middle of the thigh, huge, sack-like masses of flesh covered by the same loathsome cauliflower stain.
Merrick was a person with a tremendous deformities and disabilities in a time where he was reviled for that, and that the only option he had was to display himself as a freak so that he could make money.
I guess I concentrated a lot on how he would have carried himself, you know, because we're not using any prosthetics or anything for the show. I wore one high heel, I wore a leg brace on the other leg, I wore a hat with big bean bags stapled to them to you know, find where his head would be, you know, with all that weight. But I am, you know, holding his form, you know, had I, you know, been using prosthetics, just contorting my body to how he would have walked.
It highlights the fact of how society treats people with disabilities, how it objectifies them, how it uses them, how it recoils in horror from them, how it fears them, and how it is obsessed by looking at them. How we must see. Ooh, here come look at this freak, and look at this, but then we recoil from, oh my God, how dare we? We shouldn't do that, should we? You know, and this show does that in a very wonderful way.
Perhaps you would be so good as to accompany me this time. I shall introduce you.
Allow me to carry the tray.
I will this time. You are ready.
I am.
He is bathing to rid of his odor. John, this is Miss Sandwich. I believe she will make an excellent...